Party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo Nice is the uncle.
As a kid, one of the first things they teach you is how not to play with people. On top of the priority list of not playing with people and others is their money. Coming across my desk the past couple weeks, but more and more frequently, it's the fact how people think they could just play with Uncle Sam, the government, and all them people money. And with this just brings me to my next point. Hey, bruh, y'all really think that the government, Trump them, and all the powers that be really feel like giving us, the American people, any type of cheese? Enough the stimulus pack for people with them businesses, them M's. You think they really want to do that? And you don't think, if you think you're trying to get over on them with a half-baked popcorn microwavable idea that like fly by night that took you all of 48 hours to come up with, you don't think they're going to sniff that out, bruh? Come on, man. Because people like that, bro, if I mess around and I get my second stimulus, bro, it's going to be a problem, bro.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo. Nice.
It's your boy Raj Smooth.
It's your boy Los, a.k.a. CAP.
Hey. Yeah, Rumble. Yes. Yeah.
Especially them boys playing with them those loans they was getting from them small businesses. They coming for everybody. Boys is going to jail behind that right now. I think what's that boy from Pretty Ricky? Baby Blue.
Who? Pleasure P?
No, Baby Blue. The funny looking one.
I really only knew Pleasure P.
I
only know Pleasure P.
I never knew there was a gentleman named Baby Blue.
Baby,
yeah,
was he the one?
The little funny looking.
What was one of his famous lyrics, Los?
I don't know.
Meet me on the hotline, and I'm not.
I always thought. I just thought all those for background dancers. I don't remember them singing. They had some hooks or something, but they ain't really sing. Nobody cared about.
I thought there was one that rapped.
I saw that on Instagram.
Wasn't there one that rapped?
That was the dude who be sniffing cocaine and stuff.
Dynamite.
With the dreads.
And you know what? Y'all both lying. And I'm sorry that we're going on this tangent, but this is just how today gonna be. Y'all lie because y'all know somebody besides Pleasure P. Obviously, everybody knows Spectacular, couldn't?
Yeah.
Spectacular was the one doing that nasty dance in them drawers. He was like the first.
With the dreads?
Yeah, he was very much one of the first social media go viral for being having some difficulties, couldn't? In the same ilk as
sniffing cocaine.
Orlando Brown
his name.
and shit.
Yeah, he little Florida dude, wild, ugly. Yeah, it's him.
Spectacular.
That's the only.
He say Chris Brown don't want to grind like me. Grind with me, relax in time, take your time with me. Okay, yeah. So
I'm glad I was never one of them dudes.
Oh, that you was
like one of them
Raj.
Roll your body.
Raj, you was close. I'm gonna tell you why you was close. Can I tell you why you was close? You might not have been close because you actually started walking down that path, but you were close because you possessed all of the physical characteristics to be one of those dudes. You're a little slender build, a little slinky type, and you kind of got a little yah with you. You could dance, like you could get on the dance floor and do a little yah. So you're like, you're like 1 second away from kind of being a little Mac. If that's the direction you wanted to go,
one wrong move,
one false move, and I could see you rolling on the dance floor
by a mistake though.
Nah,
on purpose.
You can see that boy humping the floor in the middle of the party.
Oh no, I can see him just busting his regular move, doing a little something, and then accidentally rolling like he said, and some girls being like, "Ooh, Roger," and then he just leave from the dance that night like, "Ooh, if I roll like that, that's my go-to move if my other stuff not popping."
Yeah,
and then
they like that.
Pull his shirt up a little bit and bite his bottom lip.
They have liked that. I'm gonna have to pull that one out next week.
Exactly.
Same time next week.
I guess I was closer than I thought.
Them little niggas with an 8th grade 6-pack.
Yeah.
I used to be that dude. I no cap.
8th
for a
grade
long
six
time.
pack gun. They cutting all of the physical characteristics. Then Raj for being for potentially being that guy.
Pretty Raj.
There you go, Pretty Roger. No, but Rumble speaking big facts, man. You can't play with the government. They coming for you. I mean, they come for you on just some regular damn taxes all the time. They'll audit somebody. So what make you think for a second they're not about to sit up here and say, oh no, we just cut this like he said, a 48-hour business, a whole bunch of things. Now I've seen a lot of people try to parlay businesses. I don't want to. I mean, and there's a lot of things that could potentially be legitimate. Like I know some people out here who doing like the sign shit. You know how they put the signs in people's front yard, happy 8th birthday, happy 2nd birthday, whatever.
Oh yeah.
So they made their own sign stuff because it was like, oh, the pandemic just seemed like a move. Another dude
people
who
doing those parties.
Yeah, another dude that we know who do them t-shirts. He parlayed his t-shirt money into a little ball. Like they got a lot of people who like, I'm gonna try to make something pop in the pandemic, and I can't hate on that. Yeah. But don't be coming over here overstating what you do because they will get you. They looking for you.
They coming.
They coming for you
at some point.
Oh yeah, it's not a thing.
And it's funny those people who took those stimulus loans for them businesses too. They've been locking them boys up left and right behind that, man. Boys was hitting licks off that little loan they was giving for businesses. Boys was hitting. I'm talking about $1 million licks, buying all type of stuff. It was like, wait a minute, you ain't had this before. Now all of a sudden we get y'all that money. Now you riding around in a Lambo. Oh, okay, cool. Bet.
Yeah, that's it's a lot that's going on. So you boys got to watch yourself. I mean, it seemed like a golden opportunity, but you got to make sure you got all your ducks in a row if you want to do that. And I mean, like that's just to say, like if we doing best friend weekend and they came to try to audit me for all the loot that they're getting, you know what that would do? That would burn my boudin. Let me tell you another thing that burns my boudin this week. And look, before we even start, I got a bunch. This week has been a really burnt boudin week, so I'm just gonna let you know. I got a bunch of grievances. The first thing that burns my boudin this week are owners of dogs who shit on the concrete.
Hey, you know what? I mean, I didn't know dogs shit on the concrete till I moved to Houston. I always thought dogs only shit on the grass.
I mean, do you think that humans only shit in the toilet?
I would like to think so.
Most humans shit in the toilet unless they shit in the diaper.
Well, yeah, most. So. But are we talking about most dogs or all dogs?
I'm talking about all dogs. All dogs matter in this conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So all I'm saying is they got some dogs that only shit in the grass, and they got some dogs that shit in the grass and on the cement.
Because they kind of wipe their ass with the grass, so.
They don't wipe their ass.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Dogs, they slide their ass along the grass.
They do not wipe their ass.
Being a dog owner, they don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks.
Your dogs just have.
Well, I mean, my thing is just if you're walking on a little trail or you're running or whatever, and you got your dog with you, sure, fine. When your dog look like he want to shit, you need to grab that leash and walk him into the dirt. I mean, into the dirt, into the grass. To do just his off the business, trail, off the not trail. On the concrete. That's all I'm saying.
That's weird.
But that's interesting. That's interesting. Because are you saying that it burns your boudin if a dog shits on the concrete and then the owner leaves it on the concrete?
Well, now you bring up the point that I knew you were going to inevitably go with. I think that I never felt any kind of way, one way or the other, about owners picking up dog shit. Like I didn't care, like whatever. Until I started realizing that, oh shit, people actually leave their shit on trails and on like the ground. Like if I'm running in my neighborhood and I see shit on the sidewalk, I'm gonna be like, you dirty motherfucker. So if you're going to allow your dog to shit on the concrete, you do need to be one of them people who carry around a little bag with you and pick up your dog shit. That's what I'm on.
Think that dog has no
No, I think it's the human. It's the humans who let him do it. You pull his chain.
Oh, you're nasty. You're nasty for shitting on the concrete as a dog. Something is wrong with you. Like
that's hilarious.
You should always go to the grass, bro.
This is like coming from the person that think that dogs wipe their ass with a leaf.
They slide against the grass.
They don't do that.
That's not what he said, Raj, and you're wrong because Los is telling facts. He said dogs wipe their ass in a leaf, not with a leaf. and you wouldn't know. He would know better than you.
I don't live in.
You don't know elimination.
So let me throw this out here. So I live in a public area. I live in an apartment, and what burns my boudin is whenever people don't pick up their dog shit. Period. Mm-hmm. So it don't matter where it's at. If it's in the leaves, if it's on the cement in the middle of the street, it don't matter what it is. If you don't pick up your dog shit, then that's not cool. And here's the other thing. So personally, I have bags. I don't even know the amounts of bags I bought, but I bought a lot.
Biodegradable.
Like, a lot of bags from Amazon recently. And I have a little dispenser for the dog that's on the leash. So if he takes a shit, no matter where he takes a shit at, sometimes it's on the cement, I'll pick it up off the cement.
Dog
you never even knew it was there.
But what if it's like wet?
Yeah. Do you spray the little potty stuff on there so it won't smell too?
So here's the thing. Typically, I think you might feel a little bit differently about dog shitting on the cement if you live in an apartment complex. Y'all both don't. And so y'all got a lot of grass to where you could probably just I could just bring my dog somewhere. But like once that dog stooped down, something coming out him. Like once he stooped down to poo, I could yank his chain, but something gonna slip out. So I do try to yank his chain whenever he stooped down on the cement. But sometimes there ain't no cement around. So for me to try to hurt him into the grass.
Joe Budden got in trouble for that, yanking his dog chain. Just FYI.
Well, he didn't get in trouble. He just got ridiculed extremely hard on Twitter.
So that's like a dog abuse, right? Don't be yanking your dog chain. So
sometimes you gotta yank.
Sometimes you gotta,
especially if your dog ain't getting his chain yanked.
You stupid.
My guy yank it.
Man, look, let me tell y'all.
And also, my dog don't have a chain, but whatever.
Let me tell y'all another thing that burns my boudin this week. Bad built gym rats burn my boudin.
Oh my god!
But
like, what type of bad built? Like, where's the girth and where's the? I guess,
man, you name it, bro. Like, I mean, like, you know, you shape bad, right? But or maybe just kind of like overweight a little bit. Then you get in there and you're like, no days off, push-ups, sit-ups, everything, like whatever. I'm showing you doing clean and jerk. I'm doing I'm doing today arms, backs, whatever. And then clearly we can see you've lost 30, 40 pounds. You are on it. Mm-hmm. However, your shape is still bad. You still ain't got no curves. Your stomach's still a little kind of like you still got broad shoulders. It's just you're looking like, and I was talking about women in that regard, but men too. Like a man who just in there all the time cutting, and now your legs just skinny, but you're in the gym every day and big top guy.
They don't burn my boudin if you lost weight. If you lost weight and being in the gym, they don't burn my boudin. I just don't like people who film their entire workout.
That's that part.
That burn my boudin.
I don't like, and I don't like that neither, Aldo. But what I don't like is if you in the gym, I would much rather you save all of those videos until your final results.
That part.
And then you could put make a montage of like how you got to look.
The journey.
Now. But I don't need to, because most of the time what I'm assuming is going to happen whenever I see bad shape people in the gym, and I'm talking see them on Facebook, I assume that it's going to stop.
You stupid.
At some point. So why even cause yourself that much embarrassment? You know
what I'm saying? It's the journey. I'm not mad at that. But what I'm talking about is when it's their final form, Raj. When like they have already been working out and they've lost those 30, 40 pounds. And it's still just like, but no, you don't look like, you're not nice.
Hey, that's not their fault though, because they did lose the weight. You don't know what's under there until you unveil it. Yeah. So if they knew that they were still gonna be bad, but maybe they wouldn't have went through all that. But they just was tired of being big. So
you know,
they don't burn my boudin because you lost a bunch of weight and you still.
I'm gonna throw a name. I'm gonna throw a name out there for you, Raj. Terrence Brown. You know what? You know what Terrence Brown don't do? He don't burn my boudin because he in shape like a motherfucker. So
nice.
That man nice, cause
he got one style of pants,
and he wear them little 3/4 daddies, man, all the time. The 3/4 sweat daddies. Pants.
That's all he got.
and that man be like in the gym doing exotic stuff, like rolling on the ball and doing whatever. But that man is like got the 6-pack, got the everything cutting like the man look nice. There was another Like, if I see somebody who, like, your final form looks like a bodybuilder / in shape, what you call that, CrossFit person, I'm okay with it. Uh-huh. I just, you don't need to be over here putting your workout tapes all the time if it's like, yeah,
regular, you're rigid.
You're not pulling off this look in such a way that I'm.
Because the thing is it doesn't even matter. Like, because I'm not gonna be scrolling through your timeline trying to find these videos. Just give me one solid video of like, this is where I was and this is where I'm at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Cool I don't remember how you looked.
You're right.
I don't remember how that picture looked 8 months ago when you first.
Just make the side by side there. Just make the side by side there, and get on.
Yeah, that's all I need.
I just don't like the every time you're in the gym you film it every single move you do. That ain't get on my nerves.
Unless your moves are on Terrence Brown's level.
Yeah, because that man got moves. He got them moves like Jagger. He got them
like
moves like Jagger. Okay, anyway, that's not too much, man. Not too much. It's my people. Let me tell y'all another thing that burns my Boudin this week. CashApp birthday request.
Oh my god!
I knew that was coming.
You did okay, Raj. So did you know that was coming for real?
No, of course I knew it was coming.
So
I saw it one time and I said this would burn Al's Boudin.
So a person that all three of us know, who probably doesn't listen to the podcast, but all three of us know. I went into my Cash App and I had a notification and it was like,
no, you didn't.
Yes, I did, and it was like request $35 for my 35th birthday. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I was
I thought you just made a general request.
No.
You meant
I meant an actual, like, I'm requesting money
request.
like I've already, like you've done something for me and I'm supposed to pay you. And I was like so drove that there wasn't like a place where you could respond with words. Like all I could do was decline, and I sat there for at least 15 minutes looking for different ways that I could potentially say some.
Could be a dickhead.
Yes.
Well, if it was Venmo, you could.
Yeah, I know. But Cash App did not give me that, or PayPal. You could decline for a reason. No. I think like there was just like decline only. Like I was about to be like, excuse me, why do you think you deserve some free loot? Like, just. I didn't get it, bro. It burns my Boudin. So I take it that neither one of you have had that experience.
No. I don't have friends like that.
Me neither.
Well, you don't have friends like that.
Or do I? No, I'm
what you said?
Or do I?
Right. You don't have friends like that. But
that's hilarious.
But you do have family like that. And let me tell you another thing that burns my Boudin this week. That's funny because he was like, I knew you was close.
I actually think that's a little bit more personal than
friends.
I thought it was.
Yeah, than friends. I was like, come on, I know we homies, but no, I'm not giving you $35. No, I don't have it. Let me tell you another thing that burns my Boudin this week. Marking yourself safe when the event ain't over with yet. People was marking themselves safe during the Hurricane Delta, and Hurricane Delta had just touched down. Yeah, you're safe right now. Wait for the to stop raining. That's all. It burns my Boudin.
Okay. Yes, because you still never know. But then
that's the point.
Sometimes people watch the news and they be like, well, the thick of it is over with. We out there, it's just gonna be rain and whatever, So, but you still never know.
What's crazy about Hurricane Delta is that thing hit about between Lafayette and Lake Charles, so like in the Jennings area one time. My pops stayed at home in Liberia, and he said 0 rain. Like it did not rain at all, but they lost power for like 3 days because of the wind. Ain't that crazy?
That is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like
that's some win-win.
Yeah, that's a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody. Yeah, exactly.
It's a win-win-win-win.
It's like 2 smart girls in my calculus class. It's a win-win.
Knew it.
You stupid. You're stupider than me. I didn't do this.
That's funny.
Things, man.
That's funny.
Man, let me tell y'all some other things that burn my boudin about Facebook this week. The first thing that burns my boudin is when you go and you're like trying to find out who somebody is or look at a picture to be like, okay, who is this person? Let me look at their picture so I know who they are. And all of their pictures say RayBans for $24.99. That burns my boudin.
Of course, man. I mean, that's the ultimate. I think that one was. I think you released that Burn My Boudin like 2 years.
No, I don't think I've ever said that one. I don't think I've ever said that one.
I know it's hilarious, but it's like the understood of so that burns everyone's boudin.
Yeah, for sure.
RayBans for $12.99, man. There you go.
Do you take the time out of your day to untag yourself?
Oh my
god!
Stuff? I haven't been tagged in a bunch of RayBans for $24.99, but you know, honestly, earlier this week. R.I.P. A little dude I went to school with from New Iberia. His daddy died, I think. And he posted a picture and he tagged me in it. And he tagged like 99 other people. And I just thought like, oh, I don't know why. I didn't understand it.
That's so weird.
I didn't get it.
That's
but
so
I
weird.
untagged myself like
it's because
quietly.
you want people to see it.
Yeah, I untag people like myself quietly. Like real.
How do you do that?
Real
like,
subtly.
How do you do it any other way?
No, he go to the bathroom and cut the lights off. And then...
I waited for everybody to be asleep in the house.
And then
I went do it like
he
that.
set his alarm for 4:30 in the morning
Oh
and then
my
untag
God.
himself.
Yeah, I
And
just
go back to sleep.
I didn't know. And then that man. Okay, no, I'm gonna stop. That joke's not funny.
No, it's not.
When did you?
Not.
When was this?
No, huh?
When was this?
This was this week.
No, but like when?
Win-win.
Emily or
It was
Karen?
a win-win.
Emily?
Yeah, exactly.
Bow?
Well played, sir. Well played. So, Raj, I would like for you to tell us another thing that burns your boudin about Facebook and phone game ads.
That's not necessarily Facebook. It's just whenever you're playing games, we all got our games. I know all our listeners got a game. In fact, this podcast is brought to you by Aldo Nice because whenever I was telling him about what burned my boudin, he told me that he had a little baseball game, a little cheap daddy. And I went and downloaded myself a little baseball game. Not the same one,
Okay.
but it's very cheap. And you could like hit the ball and you knock down buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess it's like Rampage kind of.
That's up my alley right there.
Yeah, love it. It's no point. You can't win the game or nothing. You just do you.
To my home run, daddy?
I forgot the name of it. It don't even have a name. Baseball.
Let's make a game called Home Run Daddy while we at it. But go ahead.
Yeah, for real.
Right? So what burns my boudin is that, of course, I don't want to pay for the ad-free version, so I got to watch the ads.
Yeah.
Well, what the ads are always is of another game
Yes.
that I may or may not download in the future. But it's of another game, and the demonstration of the game, they always lose in a stupid fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like, stick this pipe right here, but I'm gonna stick it in the wrong one. Yeah. Like I'm gonna put the little slot in the wrong one on purpose, so y'all could go download the game because I figure what they think we thinking is, well, I could do better than the person that made this game.
Mm-hmm.
That burns my boudin. I hate that. Just win. Just show me how to win the game.
Yeah. Don't.
The funny part about that is that how I started having a whole little box for just games is I'll be playing one game and end up playing liking them. Oh, that's cool. I like that one too. I'll download that thing. If I don't like it, I'll just. But then most of them, that's how I end up getting all my games by downloading the game.
Download and see.
Here's another thing.
Yep.
Here's another thing on that in that same vein. The game that they broadcasting to you is played nothing like what they demonstrate.
Well, I mean, that's an age-old thing, though, Raj, because they used to do that with video games. They show you, like, the cutscenes of...
They show you the cutscenes.
Of Metal Gear.
But these games not even... It's not even the same. Yeah, like just like with Madden. With Madden, when they advertise it on TV, they don't show you actual gameplay. They show you what's,
the replay.
What's going on. Yeah, the replay. Not even the replay.
So
the beginning scenes.
Sports in the top 100.
I just put the CD in.
Yeah, you're right. They're not showing you. They're not showing you anything. I mean, it's like, but think about it. Like back in the day, like would they have put that on the cover, like the gameplay? No, they want you to see what it theoretically looks like on the back. They don't put pictures of like running through routes and whatever.
what the PlayStation 9 gonna look like.
Exactly.
You're gonna be actually doing it, running around yourself.
I don't see a lie with that. Let me ask y'all a question while y'all talking about phone games. I have an answer that I think is an answer. I think I'm solid with this answer. I think that phone games started with that snake. So this was a conversation I was having with my cousin Brittany. She came out here this weekend, running from Hurricane Delta, and she said it was on the highway like 10 hours, like stuck, standstill in Lake Charles, right? I said, you got stuck on that bridge? She said, no. She said, when we got to the bridge, traffic was moving on the bridge. That was the only place it was moving because nobody was going to be on that thing. Anyway, I said, well, at least you had your phone, couldn't? Like, at least this wasn't... Because I told her how I got stopped on the highway coming home once from New Orleans when I was in college. So this had to be like 02, 03. And I was on the highway for like 5-6 hours on Highway 90. And... I was like, cutting back then, it wasn't. I might have had a phone charger that was plugged into my damn cigarette lighter, but I wasn't on my phone. Like, I might have been talking on the phone, but I definitely wasn't like playing a game on my phone, sitting stuck in traffic, right? So anyway, all that to say, Snake was the beginning game of all games, right? However, what do y'all think is the top one phone app game of new generation phones since they've been out? I have an answer, which I think is the answer. For me, definitely is the answer. But I don't know what you guys think. So I'll start because it'll give you guys a little bit more time to think about it.
Because it's going to be the same one that I think.
Do you think so? Then you can go first.
Yeah. Candy Crush.
That is a very, very good guess. I mean, that's a very good suggestion. I did not think of Candy Crush, but I think Candy Crush is in the Hall of Fame of games, top 2, top 3, period.
What's the other one then?
Well, my choice would have been Temple Run.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I think Temple Run's the best game ever on the phone. I just think it is. I don't. It's a lot of games you can choose from.
I used to keep. So my daughter used to love. I used to keep her busy with Temple Run.
Temple Run was dope, and I'm gonna just tell you, an entire team nice. I have the highest score in Temple Run, and I promise you, nobody's even close. I promise you. And so I fucked with Temple Run, but it was very short lived. Yeah. Nobody messes with Temple Run no more. Mm-hmm. What I think is the best game of all time, phone game, not like Madden Mobile or nothing like just like a phone game that's kind of, easy, is Angry Birds. Okay, Angry Birds goes.
The best game. I thought you were gonna say Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja was dope. Fruit Ninja's in the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah, we do need to like, this is a post that we're gonna probably have to put out this week, tomorrow, something. Go to Canva or something, and we'll make us a post where we're gonna put top 10 app games of all time. And I think that all of those, Fruit Ninja, Angry Birds, Candy Crush, Temple Run. These all are in talking. And they came out with like Temple Run 2. They should have kept coming out with Temple Run 5, Temple Run 7, Temple Run, because I would have downloaded every one of them.
He started making funny noises though. He started like, when he jumped.
I remember I could be a black dude. I was going hard so I could be the black dude.
That was Temple Run 2.
He was a football player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you start changing your little skins.
You got shut up.
By the way, if the listeners are wondering, it's 17 million. That's my record. So I'm just throwing that out.
I had, that ain't much.
17 million.
I had 17 million in 2. So
yeah, I think I might have had 17 million in 2 as well. I think me and you had tied, Los, if I remember.
Yeah, right. I remember that time. Yeah, I remember that time.
We was up late playing one whole day off.
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
I think that was like the second day I met you.
Was it one Wednesday? Anyway, go.
No, I don't like you. No, I'm looking for something as we speak.
The wind was blowing.
Back in the day when we used to post on, I don't know. I'm gonna say we, but this is probably just me because whatever. Everybody started from somewhere on that Instagram where they were just posting things when they didn't know what Instagram was, and you was getting like 1 or 2 likes. Well, I mean, I don't know if y'all was all getting 1 or 2 likes at a point. Yeah. But I'm looking right now on February 6, 2013 post. Aldo Nice has a score of 21,068,507 on Temple Run. Distance of 59,119. Coins 22,420. Multiplier 54. So if you know, you know. Rod, your 17 was cute, but nah, not a thing.
Damn.
And when you got the receipts, it's just so much. It's so fire.
Boy, feel good about it.
No, I really was gonna pull it up, and I was like, I wonder if that man was like killing me. And he probably was. Yeah, I was back and forth with my boy Fox Files. We used to go back and forth on there with the damn Temple Run.
Serious, you had competition. I was by myself.
Yeah, if you had somebody pushing you, you would have went higher. That's just the nature of the beast.
I got the receipts too, and mine was 13 million. So I apologize.
Oh, you had embellished by 4 million.
That boy pulled a Trump on that one, huh?
Right quick, huh? Man, look, let me tell y'all another thing that burns. I told you it was a lot. That burns my Buddha this week, man. Posting pics with celebrities when they do something. And now I talked about this in a bunch of different ways, but when that celebrity actually do something and now it's time to post a pic. 2 things I saw this weekend. This one little chick, me and Anthony Davis, and it's like, years ago. Like, he won a championship. And then another one was like,
he was in
look,
middle school.
Me and Dak Prescott, because that man broke his ankle. Cutting, I'm like, why is this the time to post a picture with you and that person? Maybe say, get well soon or congratulations on the championship, but why would you need to post that picture with you and them when it happens?
Because that person's in the limelight right now, and they have to share with me at this exact moment. So if you broke your ankle and I have a picture with you, or you got shot in the head and I got a picture with you, and or your dog shit on the concrete and I got a picture with your dog, I am posting your dog.
No, you're not wrong with
share. You got to share with me right now. I don't care about you. I just want people to say, "Oh, you knew that dog when you shit on the concrete."
Yep.
That's the ultimate. Oh yeah, I know that man.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Are you having a conversation and be like, "Yeah, man, Patrick Mahomes, cold," and the nigga come from out the blue. Yeah, I know that man.
I know that man, boy. Nah, back over there. He used to come in and work out over there at the gym when I lost 33 pounds.
That boy's stupid. It's like anything, though. I mean, it's any and everything, man. Anytime somebody is like gets a little fame for something, people gotta be like, "I'm gonna post a picture with him because I know him."
Yeah,
that's just. It burns my Buddha. Man, listen, I only got one more thing that burns my Buddha this week. And we're gonna spin this into the pod, and it's this one. People who went to vote on day one burned my Buddha.
Like it was the Jays was coming out.
Okay. Exactly. I get that we want as a people, we want Trump out of there. Or I get as
got to the 30th.
You know what's crazy? The word Trump supporter, I thought about that this week. Why do we call them Trump supporters? Who came up with that? Nobody has an Obama supporter. Nobody was like, you're a Bush supporter. No, like this is only for Trump. Like a Trump supporter. Everybody else, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat or you like Obama. Trump supporter. Anyway, if you're a Trump supporter or if you hate Trump, you went out there on day one. Listen, them people, they said some voters waited over 10 hours, and the average is 3 hours, like in Houston. Like in Harris County, the average wait is like 3 hours in some places, man. The symbolism of going on day one, I get it. But why do you need to go day one right in the morning if, like, them lines, cutting is too much? It's too much.
Doing it. They say, hey, you going to vote today? You know it's open. I say, well, my vote is the same today as it is next week or the week after that, right? As long as I get there for the 30th, I'll be okay.
Or if I be there on the 3rd. Maybe that's symbolic for me to go on the day people vote.
Either way, I'm not waiting 5 hours to cast no vote.
Well, I don't know who I want to vote for in everything yet. So I had to research all up and down the ballot to know exactly where all my votes are going to be. So that's kind of
I forgot. They have a website for that too. I forgot the name of it where they can kind of take you through everybody's stuff. I forgot the name of it though. It's in my phone, so I don't feel like grabbing.
Ooh, Springer just went up a deck. Just FYI, my favorite baseball player, 2-run home.
Jerry? or Win.
Black Springer.
Win.
Dak. That's stupid. No, I mean, I get the idea of going vote early. I get that there's voter suppression and it's a bunch of things that people want to make sure that
early
votes
voting.
count. So they're like, I need to
First
get
day.
out here and early vote. But just first day, that's just crazy, man. They said that they're having problems with the electronic poll tags and all that. I actually, listen, I'm not advocating you not voting on the early. You should. But the first day it happens, just let them work out the kinks for 48 hours, 72 hours.
You know what?
And then don't go right in the morning before people going to work. Go at an odd time.
Yeah. Like at 1 o'clock. Just
there
take
you
your
go.
little lunch break later today.
There you go.
You know what I was thinking? It was funny. Like I was like, I having all these problems with voting, but you can go to an Amazon store and just put your items in the basket, and it automatically rings it up for you. So, and then when you walk out, it makes you pay. Like it pays all. You don't have to pull out no card or nothing. And all that's going on. Amazon talking about dropping off your package with a drone, and we can't get voting right.
What? Not one vote. Not one vote. You don't want everybody to vote. Hey, you know what I thought, Raj? Right. And I think that you should. I think you would feel this, Los. I know you're gonna feel it as well. I think that a place like, and I almost made a post about this today. Still may come. I think like Chic, Virgil Abloh, like I'm just throwing out just kind of sneaker politics. These places, there should be a giveaway of either like Virgil Abloh, like 3 pair of off-whites. We giving them away. Like to get into the raffle, you have to tag us and you have to show us proof that you voted. Like,
well, okay, now you know technology going on now.
Yeah,
Aldo
I'm listening.
Can change his fishing license.
Well, no, I mean, there's the little paper you get when you go vote, the little printout receipt, the electronic poll tag that says this is what your thing is, and I'm sure it's different in every state. But you would have to show proof that you actually voted. Now, my thing is...
Yeah, there's a way.
Who's going to go out there and just really trying to be faking it when all they got to go do is go vote?
You just have your parents go vote, and you get theirs, and you just pass it around all your friends.
Guess what?
So y'all can buy all of the shoes.
But, Los, I'm okay with that. Because I think that in the interim, a bunch of people just going to go vote. They're not going to think about, hey, I need to do all the rest of
I get what you're saying.
I think that would engage a certain population that would stand, like you just said, Los, the first thing you said was they standing in line like it's some Jordans. But the people who stand in line for Jordans don't stand in line to vote. And my thing is like...
You know why? Because a lot of them ain't old enough to vote too.
Well, fair enough.
a lot of boys 15, 16 slanging the shoes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that that's an awesome idea that LeBron...
I think it'll be dope though.
Like LeBron was talking about, getting all these people to the polls and doing whatever. He's doing a great job, but he can also engage sneakerheads by giving away a few pairs of sneakers, and the only thing you got to do to enter the raffle is vote. What is he losing? $100 per pair to manufacture? Probably $16 to manufacture each one of those pairs of shoes.
15. But I think it had like if he does like something nobody else could get. You know what I mean? Like it had to be a 1-on-1, like something like that, super dead stock, something like that.
I don't think
that could work, but you
have
to have.
I don't. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have to
just
be
any pair of bronze. I'm going to submit.
Okay, so I don't think it's that loose neither. I think it got to be something valuable, but I don't think that it necessarily. It could just be like a random pair of Yeezys. Like it don't have to be like the turtle doves. Like it could just be some nice Yeezys or some nice off whites, not the ones that everybody want, but the ones that's gonna sell out. They gotta be sell outable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get your point. They can't be garbage.
But you know what though? I'm thinking to myself, if I have the opportunity to, like Los said, if I have the opportunity to get the most garbageous of LeBron James shoes straight from LeBron James,
signed,
maybe signed, yeah, let's throw that in there.
Or if you bring them to me
straight from LeBron James,
and Bronny,
yeah, maybe I do go vote. So maybe it don't matter what shoe you get as long as it comes from somebody.
If him and Bronny bring them and Bronny put a little weed in their left shoe.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Los, but honestly, my thing is it don't have to be nothing extra to me. I just think that sneakerheads gonna sneak.
I think it does though.
I
think it.
Them Paris Saint-Germain fours that's coming out. Yeah, sure, whatever. Raffle off 2 pairs because you gotta go vote. Them brown and white and black ones that's coming out on like Halloween. Raffle off a couple pairs. Like
I'm definitely gonna vote for them.
I'm going to vote for them.
I ain't gonna lie. I go vote for them today.
I go vote for them.
Listen, first day, if they say you gotta vote first day, I'm in that thing first day.
I'm just saying, no. You gotta vote. I just think that'd be a good way to engage some people who don't traditionally do it.
I just don't think sneakerheads already have the majority of those things already lined up. I don't think they.
I agree.
They're gonna get them regardless. But I totally get what you're saying.
I think you're lying to yourself. Because sneakerheads, yes. Sneakerhead, yes. But how many different people do you say, oh, can't wait to take that L. I'm about to take that L. The majority of people aren't sneakerhead. We all lose. We all lose. If it just gives us a little bit more of a chance to win, I'm with
Definitely
it.
jump in there. You're right.
It don't have to be some mags. It could just be whatever. Dog. Like, I mean, I don't know. This is Aldo Nice's voter registration plan. That's all. Take it away with. So last week, the name of the podcast was NFAC. You know, I didn't even know what NFAC stood for. Right, Los, did you know?
Hell no. I'm trying to think about it now.
Did you know what it stood for, Raj?
No, but I know now.
Like the guys who came to Baton Rouge, to Lafayette, and were protesting, and we were talking about and Lawrence talking about the NFAC. It stands for the Not Fucking Around Coalition. And I was like, wow.
Oh.
Isn't that something?
I like it even better.
Yeah, well, would you look at that? And when I put it on in the artwork, I didn't feel like it was like my best artwork ever, but it was the most liked artwork that we've ever had on the Instagram page and got reposted by a bunch of woke hotel sites. Oh, yeah. But I'm not mad at it.
They start trying to follow me too.
Yeah, I am mad at it. I'm like, yes, that was... Whatever. We think that those are some interesting characters, and we said what we said last week. So
just don't go back into our hotel podcast when we were talking about y'all. Just ignore that.
It wasn't like we support a lot of the ideology of NFAC in regards to gun ownership amongst black people and kind of policing your own communities, because they say that's their two major tenets, and I don't see anything wrong with it, especially when you juxtapose it with people like the Watchmen Wolverines. So, just kind of like the Proud Boys they was talking about a couple weeks ago. If y'all haven't heard about the Watchmen Wolverines, they are a group of people from Michigan. That's why they call themselves Wolverines. I thought Watchmen Wolverine was like more like because they watch Watchmen and X-Men. Yeah, I thought they was like some comic book people.
That's what I thought.
But they had a plan to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And I'm just so happy this wasn't Louisiana. Anyway, 13 men got arrested.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, right? 13 men got arrested, and the whole thing was to attempt to instigate a civil war, or boogaloo is what they call it. But the thing that I say that kind of matches with the NFAC is that it started this year in response to the pandemic and economic challenges. So it's like a lot of groups, these radical groups, but I would say that that's...
Militias.
Yeah, militias. Militias of one side or the other have both kind of sprung up based upon just the current environment of America. But I think that the difference is the NFAC isn't trying to kidnap the goddamn governor. They're over there like black men got murdered somewhere, and we're going to show up and we're going to talk about gun ownership, and we're going to talk about how black people need to protect themselves. That sounds insane to me. Trying to kidnap the governor sounds insane to me.
Absolutely nuts.
And, like all of that is like they try to do it, and then they probably like would have done it like in such a way like, if I don't know how much you guys know about like, Charles Manson. When when they killed those people, they wrote pig on the wall in blood. Yeah. And like kill Whitey and shit. Mm-hmm. They were trying to make the police think it was black people who did it.
Black people, yeah.
So I don't know if that's what the goal was with Gretchen Whitmer, but they said that something about their extreme ideology was going to try to start
they would blame Black Lives Matter.
Something like that, right? Mm-hmm. To start some stuff against the government. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's craziness. And the fact that they thought that they were going to get away with that is even crazy.
I mean, we talked about this on a podcast a few pods ago about how this kind of race thing is coming. And, if we thinking about it, it's boys out there playing chess, with the whole thing and how they going to work it out. And they really, them boys really probably had a super plan to really get this done. And how they was going to get out, how they was going to get in, grab him, what they were going to do, who they were going to frame, on the dark web, what they was going to put up. Like, it's like, in the words of Rump, it's getting wicked out here for real. And it's not getting better. I don't see it getting better anytime soon.
It's like
and then what?
Go ahead.
I'm just what was going on with the boogaloo?
Yeah, I don't.
It sounds like something fun.
Nah, this is what this.
Sound like they went to kidnap Gretchen and take her to the boogaloo.
The electronic boogaloo, huh? So most boogaloos want to support a civil war in the United States and overthrow the existing order. But the challenge is, you see boogaloo supporters of very different types. It's not an organization; it's an ideology. It's not an ideology. It doesn't have a leader. It's more of a broad movement that has a major following on digital platforms. Basically, it's just a militia organization, white supremacy groups. They all subscribe to that similar extremist ideology. They call it a boogaloo movement. But you're right. What was it called? Breaking 2 was called Breaking Electric Boogaloo. So you're right. It do sound fire, but stop commandeering our fire boogaloos,
Right,
the fucking
stop making boogaloo a bad thing.
Exactly, right. The Watchman Wolverine was going. Oh yeah, we're trying to start an electric slide. Like relax.
Wait a minute.
No,
don't be disrespectful.
That's hilarious.
We don't want that. That's a major threat to our government and our economy, man. It is what it is. But yeah, be on the lookout for craziness, man. And speaking of a little bit more craziness, your man Ice Cube is like fully in the news. So basically what your guy did, Cube is part of the Platinum Plan, if I am to be reading this correctly. He basically said that he's working with Trump's advisor came out and had her name's Katrina Peterson. He said, shout out to Ice Cube for his willingness to step up and work with @Real Donald Trump administration to help develop the Platinum Plan. And then she put a link. She said, leaders gonna lead, haters gonna hate. Thank you for leading. So obviously everybody was like, that ain't true. That couldn't have been true. Cube came out and said, I've been making contacts trying to talk about these real issues straight up. I believe the Democrats they've been nice. They've been cordial, so to speak. I don't really see them pushing their policies in any different direction. They still talking this minority people of color shit that don't necessarily include us. That don't necessarily include Black Americans, especially descendants of slaves. He did, however, confirm that he met with Republicans to discuss policies and says that the political party has proposed $500 billion, presumably to the Black community. He said, we also met with the Republicans and shit. They brought us in. We talked to them. They moved their agenda a lot because of what we said. They put $500 billion on the table. Who knows what's going to really happen? I just know one of them going to win. And I don't know if it could really matter to us. We just got to push whoever's in there because ain't nobody really solved our problems. People say we can't take another 4 years of this. Black people, we could take anything, shit. So this is what Ice Cube is getting grilled for. And if you grill a cube, it usually melts. But let's discuss Ice Cube.
Okay. I mean, 500 billion is just, that's a lot. I don't believe it.
First of all, that's the first of all thing. How about we'll give you 500 $500 billion.
That sounds crazy. That's like that sounds like the most egregious thing ever. And I think sometimes when I think his heart is in the right place, I think you have to go in there with people who know what they're talking about on your side. You know what I mean? When you go in there and letting these people just shoot anything at you, and they're politicians. They're supposed to make you feel good and make you like that's their talent. You know what I mean? They're supposed to lie with you with that feel safe face, and I'm not, I'm telling you the true face. But when a man would have said $500 quadrillion, I'd have been like, hey, it's time to go.
Quadrillion.
It's time to go, man. It's time to go.
I know we use billion on here, but
yeah,
quadrillion is one. Kabillion is one I've heard before too.
Yeah,
gajillion.
It's an outrage, and then too, like you're gonna tell me you're gonna get it to Black people? Come on, man. So exactly how are you gonna make sure Black communities get that money? Because Black people stay everywhere now.
This is one of them things where you look at celebrity and you're like, should we be listening to what does Ice Cube think in a time like this? Should we be listening to Ice Cube as like the one who's making this decision for Black people?
No,
I don't know.
I think that's so funny. It just brings up a Dave Chappelle quote where it's like, "Hey, we're gonna check in with Ja Rule. We got Ja on the line. Ja, what you think about 9/11?"
Exactly.
Personally, I mean, look, I mean, I feel what you're saying, but like, is there any faith? Like, is there anything? Because I just think at least if Ice Cube is giving us the real, it's just like, man, somebody gonna win, and I gotta try to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just sit here and just like be mad all the time. Like, let me at least try to make something happen. And if I make something happen, then good. If not, then it's just the same old shit.
Yeah.
And we gonna just have to take it as black people. So I don't see anything wrong with it, and I don't necessarily think if Ice Cube is like in there, like, "Hey, what's up, Trump? Like, let's try to make something happen." I'm not about to be like, "Oh, since you talked to Trump, you're a coon."
Oh no, I don't think that.
I don't necessarily consider that. Well, they talking about he trying to conspire with the dark side and stuff, and that's just crazy.
Well, I don't necessarily. Okay, so I do disagree with you. I do think it's cooning, and I think that it's cooning from this level. I think that he don't understand or doesn't want to realize that sometimes people use people. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I think that
doesn't make it cooning for me though.
I think that's a lot to get it. I think that's cooning though, right, Los? I think that even if you don't know, you put yourself in a position to be cooning around and I think the term cooning to me is just kind of shucking and jiving. And and you can shuck and jive and not know you're shucking and jiving. My whole thing is just this.
Okay.
I don't think like what Raj said is true. His philosophy isn't wrong. Like if he's saying that somebody's gonna win and I want to be involved with trying to make a positive change regardless who wins, right?
Yeah.
Have this conversation after the election. Like I think that coming out before the election with it is making you a de facto voice that speaks to a underswell of emotion in the community that speaks about how black people, Democrats don't have a plan for black people and blah, 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 which perpetuates like this bigger idea that Trump somehow is going to do something for black people, which we understand to not be true. Yeah. And you're running that, like you're kind of running with that narrative like, oh, Republicans are going to start. Donald Trump has been in office for 4 years. Everything that's bad that's happening in the country is not his fault. But everything that's bad that's happening in this country is happening while he's the president. Like
and when your team losing, it's your fault.
Like no, I mean like all of that. Like he talking about the police these people would be running Portland and the police would be out here doing all of this in Chicago if the Democrats get in office. My nigga, it is happening right now. Like while you're in office. Like what makes you think that you staying in office is going to stop the shit that's already happening? It sounds absurd.
Certain shit gonna happen no matter who's in office.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with that as well.
Ice Cube. Yeah, I think with Ice Cube, I agree with you to a certain extent about I don't think it's cooning. I just think he's uninformed. Like you have like I said, you have to go in there with somebody who know what they're talking about, and they can properly convey what you want them to understand in their terms. You know what I mean? So
my question, Los, is and I don't know. I didn't read 7 articles about this, but did he go in there by himself? Was it? Just
I don't even know if this has actually happened.
The White House.
Yeah, I don't know. This probably a Zoom meeting or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
I thought it was a group chat.
Might have had more than one person. Maybe I would imagine Ice Cube got a team of some sorts. So I don't know. I'm not quick to call Ice Cube uninformed. I'm not quick to call Ice Cube like dumb when it comes to getting played. I don't know. I just
not calling him dumb. I'm just
well,
saying.
No, but I mean, I think if you say that Ice Cube don't know that he cooning, like I don't know. I think Ice Cube's pretty aware of
what he tweeted out. What he tweeted out sounded pretty dumb to me.
Can I give y'all this? This is ultimately in response to what Lo said, but it's going to speak to what Roger's saying as well. I think you may be right about that too. I don't necessarily think that Ice Cube is just uninformed. So which kind of goes back to my cooning thing. But this is the bigger idea. I think that individuals who are celebrities for whatever reason feel like their voice should be bigger than what it actually need be. I feel like that was the problem with Kanye West from day one. That he felt played that Obama didn't have him all up in the White House because Obama was from Chicago. That's a real thing. Like Kanye felt like, black man from Chicago in the White House, I'm supposed to be like a part of this. But Jay-Z was in there with Beyonce and other whatever, but he wasn't. So he felt like I need to be in this conversation. So I'm going to align myself with Trump because Trump might not whatever, but he'll let me talk because Trump understands that could potentially get him some votes because niggas just gonna listen to Kanye, right? And I feel like it's a desire of Ice Cube to be important. I think his first sentence talked about, shit, I want to use my voice. And like and this is something that myself and Devon were talking about a couple weeks ago on IG stories, is like some of these people are like a lot of black Republican like leaders are like, man, I wanna have a voice. And then if they try to be a Democrat, well, you gotta wait your turn. Cause it's a whole bunch of black men who Democrats who trying to get like high positions and trying to be the governor and trying to be the congressman and whatever else. Man. But if you a black man who say I want to be a Republican, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, come on. You can probably fucking come on. Hell yeah, you go like track. Man, we have you on motherfucking CNN on Fox News every weekend. You black man who about to say that other black people tripping? Come on.
Stick to these talking points. No matter what he says, you stick to these talking points.
So I think that I'm not trying to say that Ice Cube. I'm not trying to make a huge statement about Ice Cube being like completely wrong in this instance. But what I am saying is that I feel like he does want to, quote unquote, have a voice that do you really need one? And two, like he's like, oh, the Democrats kind of brushed me off. Like, where's this big social implication of that everybody needs Ice Cube in this thing, right? Exactly. And I feel like if he felt played, then you're going to go to somebody who say they got $1 gajillion for the black people.
And the Republicans know that. They know that. Yeah,
so,
and they know
that. Mean, so I think you're right, Raj. I don't think he's necessarily super uninformed. I just think the nigga, he kind of wants to be in a position that maybe nobody, the Democrats or a lot of people just don't hold him in.
He want to feel like he's doing something.
I feel you. I think that that's the truth. I think everything that we're saying is the truth. Uh-huh. But I also question like, well, who is that person? Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Like we asked 10, 15 podcasts ago, who is the black
leader?
Leader.
It's not Ice Cube.
You know, like who's our black president?
Hell no.
I know it's not Ice Cube, but who is it? Yeah. Like, and then if it is someone, let's say if we anoint that person, like, okay, yeah, so we fuck with LeBron James. Yeah. Or we fuck with Killer Mike, or whoever it is. I don't think that person that we choose, because we gonna choose someone that's like high and mighty, has the courage to go and do something about it. Like I just think that you're gonna say what you're gonna say, and you're gonna hide behind Twitter and not be the leader that we need.
What if the black leader is somebody we haven't heard from yet?
I think it's got to be somebody we know though. Like it's got to be somebody. You know,
I'm talking about somebody who really in the back rooms making deals, getting stuff done, in the know about things. What if that leader?
I mean, Ice Cube we don't know, back making beats and shit. Like, why not?
Ice Cube don't make beats.
Well, it's rapping. He be in the back rapping.
He writes speeches, man.
Today was a good day.
I didn't have to use my AK.
I'm just saying.
Y'all are stupid. I hate both of
y'all. Now cue that music.
Y'all are both stupid, and I hate both of y'all, man. Look, no, I mean, I think that there's black leaders in all over the place, and like you said, some of them might need to be homegrown. Like it might need to be people from certain communities that we don't necessarily think about. Like in Houston, there's a guy who's really making a lot of waves in Second Ward, and another word for Second Ward is East Downtown, but for short they call it Edo Hand Car Wash. From the first 10 minutes of the first conversation on the first episode of the Best Friend Weekend podcast, we've been telling you about Edo Hand Car Wash. Man, Jay Harry and the fam been servicing, detailing, and shining up y'all cars in East Downtown Houston for as long as we've been doing this podcast. Black owned and operated. Yeah, you heard that right. Black owned and operated. Edo Hand Car Wash has been the standard of an operation that uplifts the community and provides the service that we need every day. A quality hand car wash by good people. Listen, man, if you haven't been there yet, I don't know why. We've been telling y'all for years. What I gotta do to convince you? Oh, okay, check it out. I got you. If you show up to the wash and give the discount code Best Friend Weekend or Wash Daddy, you get 10% off your visit. So we're hooking y'all up. Besides that, if you follow them on IG at EADO Hand Car Wash, you can find out which day of the month the Edo's food truck will be popping up. Oh, I didn't mention, they had their own recognized and awarded food truck on location with an authentic South Louisiana and Tex-Mex menu, boudin nachos, stuffed bread, crawfish tacos, all that, man. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Man, stop what you're doing. Go to your Google Calendar, make an event, and plan to come through Edo Hand Car Wash this week. 2919 Leland Street in East Downtown Houston. Edo, revolutionizing the hand car wash experience.
Ooh, if you're driving down that Leland and you happen to hit the puddle, just keep going down a little ways. They got a bar on the right and the wash on the left, and you just pull in there real slow. That's all I got today. But we gonna eat though.
we gonna eat though, man. Hey man, what y'all think about changing subject? Cardi B. She had that big birthday party, like out of control. They say out of control in Atlanta. Offset pull up and give her a whip, because that's how they do, right? Because everybody, he gone, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised.
$500,000,
right? I wouldn't be surprised to see Megan Thee Stallion at a birthday party with Tory Lanez in a couple weeks ago. That's all I'm saying. I mean, in a couple weeks. I'm not like the way these celebrities move.
With a gun. Give him a gun chain.
The way these celebrities move is just different. But then Cardi actually dropped that nipple this week, man. That nipple been all on TV, man. That nip.
It wasn't the nipple. It was the areola.
Oh yeah, it was.
That thing crazy.
That cinnamon roll, daddy.
Yeah, I ain't mad about it.
They talking about some men who talking about her nipple and never seen no nipple, and how they exposing themselves. But I saw some very hilarious memes where they cut that thing out.
On all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, they had that thing. They had that thing in like some little cinnamon toast crunch, not cinnamon toast crunch, like some little cereal. Buku of them and some little cereal.
They made a breakfast sandwich out of it.
Yeah.
Some pancakes out of that thing.
Hey man, y'all gotta leave that nipple alone, man.
The nipples hit different.
Internet funny.
And then half of the people like, if that's what them nipples look like, sign me up for them nipples. So what I was thinking about when I saw the picture wasn't necessarily the nipple, as much as it was looking at Cardi B's face and kind of like, ugh, you look like almost dead, like with all that, you know what I mean, with that makeup.
Yeah.
She looked all.
Well, they said she had hit her lip or something. She said she hit her lip, and her lip was swole. That's what she was trying to show Offset, that she hit her lip and it was swole. But she did look a little weird in that picture. But she came and said she was trying to show him that her lip, she hit her mouth or something, her lip was swole. She didn't mean to send it out, but by the time tried to cut off, whatever she did. But
you know how celebrities be. She came out and said the whole, like, she effed up. She called herself a retard, which is not a word she should use. But Belle Khalice was over there, like, cutting up and doing the whole nine. But my thing is, when celebrities do stuff like this, do we think that was a mistake or if it was on purpose?
Either way, I don't care.
I still get to see that. I still get to see that nipple.
Exactly. I don't care what she did. Appreciate it. Shout out to the areola.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Raj, do you think that that's possible that she could have staged this incident?
No. And let me tell you why. Because she was already a stripper. So millions and millions of people have already.
And millions!
Quadrillion.
No, I don't think millions of people have seen it. But they don't have like the video of her running around naked like that.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do?
Oh, they don't?
They do.
I didn't know.
They got her on, when she was hosting, when she had made it, she was hosting. And she was sitting on top of the DJ booth with her titties out. This is as a rapper when she was like dropped like Bodak Yellow and stuff?
Right before that. Okay. You said she had made it. Los just said she made it. That's why.
Well, she was on Love and Hip Hop, and then she started hosting, doing those things.
She was on Love and Hip Hop before she was a rapper?
Yeah, that's when she started rapping.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I'm sorry, fans.
When,
there are certain things that Aldo don't know. Did not know
was
that.
It DJ Self? DJ something?
That was his old lady?
That was his little thing, yeah. He was fucking her, and then she had a little producer dude who they used to get in there and make music a lot, and he had an old lady from London or England somewhere, and then he started knocking Cardi off, and then the girlfriend kind of flew out here and was like, got in the studio with him, like, oh, this stuff is weird, because old buddy didn't tell Cardi he had an old lady, and then, they had the reunion show, and she sat in his lap like, yeah, what you gonna do, and what, that's what that mean, and what, And what that meme come from with Cardi B.
I am getting a history lesson. I am getting a history lesson live on air because I knew none of this. You said it was her
biography of Cardi,
right? Love and hip hop. So, like I didn't know that. Like
the dude from the Creep Squad. I don't say is Enough. DJ Enough.
It was was it Stevie J?
No.
Now cue up that music for nice.
You know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
Ain't nothing nice. Yeah.
Okay, so I remember this one day when I was about 19 years old. I was in New Orleans in college at Xavier, doing my thing. My classmate, a dude I've been knowing since senior year in high school, Cliff Watson, asked me a very innocuous question. He stopped me, and said, mind you, we was at Xavier, the only black Catholic college in the Western Hemisphere. And he asked me, why do y'all Catholics pray to Mary? Now, I'm not going to act like it was the first time I heard something, but it may have very well been the first time I heard it from another black person with a hint of sarcasm and judgment. You see, we grew up in New Iberia, where it's like 50-50 black Catholics to black Baptists. And nobody really worried about the difference between the two or was even hating. Like it was commonplace where we from. But here I was with a brother from New Orleans who was really into religion, questioning Catholicism in a way that I wasn't accustomed to. A few weeks later, the conversation progressed to the point where I ended up going to the church with him. And let's just say it's an experience I'll never forget. One of those, if you a sinner, come walk to the front. And then I ended up being the last person sitting in a pew because I'm not trying to engage that much with y'all people. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful at the same time. So I was like, it was the whole church. It might have been 25 people standing up at the front. And it was me in the back. It was like on a Friday night. Craziness. So me and Cliff would go back and forth and have philosophical conversations about religion. And it was fine. But then I started hearing more and more Catholic bashing during college, along with the inevitable, your priest play with little boys Buddhist jokes. It's really no reply to come with that, except for the fact that, a lot of y'all pastors be stealing all the money and smashing all the women in the church, which is somehow looked on as okay because, at least it ain't pedophilia. So that's where I've been for like 20 years of that being my comeback whenever jerks choose to make that joke about religion. That's why this story I ran into this weekend was such a big one for me. The headline read, priest recorded having group sex on the altar of a Pearl River church. Police say 3 arrested. Oh shit. Let me give you the quick rundown. Reverend Travis Clark was caught in church having sex with 2 women on the altar. The women were dressed in corsets and high-heeled boots. There were sex toys and stage lighting, and a mobile phone, as well as a separate camera were mounted to tripods recording it all. Dude was going in on the fucking altar. It was one of the most sacrilegious, disrespectful, disgraceful things that I could ever remember happening in the church. I am literally shocked, appalled, embarrassed, and feel betrayed. But I'm also a little hyped though. Cause I ain't never had nothing nice to say about always having to hear about our priests touching little boys. And now I have a counter argument about them boys having threesomes with grown women. So I won't say nothing at all, unless you want to bring up them little boys. Then I'm gonna talk about our priests smashing them all, having threesomes on the altar while they're going out of it. That's all.
You so wild, boy.
No.
You left out that, I think what it was, the deacon or the deacon.
That was only, there had to be an OnlyFans page.
I don't know. Raj, I'm not trying to put extras on it. I just know that some people was passing. They saw the lights on in the church and they recorded it. So they got a video floating around of it.
There had to be an OnlyFans them people was making, boy.
That man had his priestly robes on, pulled up, smashing 2 things on the altar.
That's a dope little flick, though. You think about it?
Like Raj,
they got Men of Calvary and
Men of Stats.
What's the name of it?
Raj, I legitimately thought about you when I said this weekend. I said, when it's like porn, that's like, guy sleeps with stepsister. We know that's just 2 porn stars. That's not really a stepsister. But if this porn drop like priest smash 2 things on the altar, it's really the priest smashing two things on a real altar. Like there's
Drinking
a
out the wine. The wine.
There's a market for this somewhere. Somebody really wants to see this video. I wouldn't feel I wouldn't feel comfortable. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so if you was the person who walked by and recorded it, Raj, and it was at your home Catholic church, would you sell that video to TMZ?
Yes. Roger would.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't do that.
Absolutely, the Lord giveth. the Lord
gave me this passing.
Yes, the Lord sent me on that street that night
for this 500 quadrillion.
Nah, Roger, really? Nah, Roger, you gotta sell that video. You gotta sell it.
I couldn't do it.
What? I'm
You're
buying
extra
Catholic. Cloud space for that video.
And I'm not selling it to TMZ. I'm selling it to Vivid.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm shopping. I'm gonna shop it around. Who want it? I'm gonna shop it around.
Who would ever know it came from me? Stop it. I'm selling it to Vivid.
I'm saying it depends on how much Vivid gonna pay. The TMZ might pay more for this story if he big in the little boy community. Knocking the girls down.
Hey man, at least it wasn't little boys. Now,
that's true.
As a Catholic person, was that your takeaway?
Was what my
was that a takeaway? That at least it wasn't little boys.
No, I just feel like that's what they're gonna say. Like I'm saying like they always they do pick on us about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is something that I've had to endure as well. And that's funny because basically what you're saying is it's nice to have something to pick on y'all about. That is.
Well, not even to pick on y'all about. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's nice to have a counter argument to be
a better defense than hold on, I was an altar boy. They ain't do me like that.
Yeah, the priests don't always be smashing little boys. Sometimes they be having big threesomes on the altar.
On the altar with his robes on.
Like Catholics, them boys go hard. Like,
with his piece and chain. And he had the smoke. And he had the little smoke thing y'all ring back and forth.
Stop it.
Incense.
The incense and the myrrh. They say he was rolling. They say he was rubbing myrrh all on that thing, right?
In a booty.
Myrrh. Right.
Murk that thing.
Hey, I heard one of the chicks' name was Win-Win.
Bruh, stop it. You don't. No, they were both wins. You're stupid. You're stupid. I don't have time for it. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna go into this story. I'm just gonna say this because we kind of far along on the podcast. I'm just gonna say this.
Push it up against it.
We all push it up against it.
As if we're on the altar.
Push it up against the pulpit.
So I'm not gonna say his name, but they got a dude in the B who is like having this insane last week / couple months of like this pedophilia thing that everybody's accusing him of. And I got into a very interesting conversation about that idea of a grown ass man running around in a small town smashing all the little girls. I'm not going to act like we haven't said this on the podcast 4 and 5 times about how when we was growing up, there was dudes who was in their 20s messing with the little chicks in high school. Yeah. Like, not just so happened that this dude in his 30s, probably late 30s, doing kind of the same activity. But like all of the screenshots and the receipts that I just Googled his name, and it was like, not Googled his name, but went to Facebook.
That was the group chat today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was like having a little breakdown about it. But the whole thing was, what I was breaking down, and this is a conversation I really got into, was a deep conversation about how there's a difference between, like, there's a whole class of people who are saying, them little girls shouldn't be out here being so fast. And then there's a whole class of people saying a grown-ass man shouldn't be messing with little children. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I think that there's validity to both points. Now, this is the part that was getting me kind of in trouble in the conversation because people was like, no, there's no validity to some grown man like molesting children. And I'm like, and this is the differentiation to me. if he's molesting family members or friends of the family or people that he knows, I'm 100% on your side. That there's no justification for that. However, if these are little girls he doesn't know, and then let's scratch the 12 or 13 years. We're talking like high school. Let's say 15 up, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. I think that there is something to be said for knowing to just say no and stay away from pedophiles, and you're old enough to be like to not be answering that man DMs. Like there is some truth to that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying I defend him because he's wrong. He should wait till they're 18 or whatever is legal in his state. If legal is 17 in the state, then he should wait till he's 17. If they're 18, wait till they're 18, and that is fine. I don't care if they're still in high school. If they're old enough, then that man is within his right. But also, I would like to think if I got a daughter who's 15 years old, that she shouldn't be answering some grown ass man in her DMs. Cause that's what I'm saying. Now, Los, you a father. What are you talking about?
All I'm gonna say is about this. There's still a little girl. Mm-hmm. Little girls still have crushes or like, little girl might like an older dude or think that that's
not
whatever.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't know. We don't know how the little girl look either.
Oh, but God damn, we do. No, but you're stupid. Go ahead.
But no, I'm all serious. But there's still a little child, and a grown man can definitely manipulate a child or do whatever little things you can to make a child think it's whatever. You're still a grown man at the end of the day, and it's a child, bro.
So when does a child stop?
When you 18.
I don't know. I don't think you believe that.
I do.
I don't think you believe
18.
That.
When you're 18, but I mean, you still don't know nothing, and it's still a grown man who knows, but it's legal.
I'm not defending either side, but the fact that you just said you still don't know nothing is even more to Al's point that you don't know nothing at 18, right? But you don't know nothing at 14 either. But you should know. You should know at 14 that man. So that's not who you should.
So you mean to tell me at 15, big fine teacher or whatever teacher at the school who you think was straight, was like and jumped in your DM. We had that back then, or your AOL.
But it's a little different too. No, but right, Los, that's a little different because that would be a person in the school environment that is protected. Or
just a grown woman outside. Period.
Yeah, but I think outside period is a big difference than a family member or a school teacher or whatever because I think that's an authority figure.
So a grown woman hopping your stuff trying to holler at you, you're gonna be like, oh no, this isn't right. I'm only 15 years old. And she telling you what she can do for you and what she gonna do for you.
No, I'm not. You're absolutely right about that, Los.
So you don't know better.
No.
And we boys too.
Hold up. Stop that. I do think I know better. I think that I would know it's wrong. I think that I would be sitting in my bedroom like, goddamn, this 35-year-old woman sending me areolas. I'm like, I would be sitting there like hype about it. Yeah, I'll be piped up. But I would also not ever let my mama see that or my daddy see that or let nobody know that because I know it's wrong.
It's wrong.
So I know I'm doing something that's wrong is what I'm saying. I guess that's the big point.
Yeah. Okay.
Leave my bike outside.
But I mean, you're right about that. I still don't agree with that. He dead ass wrong.
He wrong. Yeah, he wronger than he the wrongest person.
I'm not gonna blame a little girl for messing with some little old man when she's a child.
I think so that's kind of where I think we agree but differ in the same way. I think that if that's my daughter and I catch him at the texting phase or whatever, I'm gonna be very upset that man was doing that, but I'm gonna beat her ass.
Yes. Oh, yes.
She's going to get in trouble for that.
Of course. No. I agree. He going to see me too, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? I definitely agree with that. If that's my child, I'm beating the shit out of her. I mean, I'm disciplining her extremely hard.
That's the word I meant to say. Discipline.
I'm going to discipline her extremely hard, and he going to have to see me. You know what I'm saying? Because you should know better. As my child, you should definitely know better. And then you disgusting, and you going to see me.
But what if your child 18 in high school, and that man like, man, that thing 18, fuck. Read them and weep, read them and weep, nigga.
Not in my household.
Read them and weep.
Not in my household.
Read them and weep.
Wait till she leave. Not in my household, player.
Nah. You'd be sick that man just text you, read them and weep.
Yeah. And he gonna be sick.
Now, what you mean
soon.
not in your household, Cutting? If 18 and
it's legal. It's legal, but not in my household.
I think you would still be upset. I think as a father, you would still be upset if that man was in her DMs and she was in college, but she was still 18.
Yeah.
I think you would
on 17 in college.
There's no way around it.
Shit.
Yeah, I feel some kind of way. Yeah, and I let her know how I feel too.
But he gonna still have to see you. But for what? Why you beating that man?
That's my baby. That's my baby, and you
but
wrong.
That man is a law-abiding citizen at that point.
When it come to your child, they don't care nothing about no law.
I think you do.
Well, why? Well, what should he know better? Like what I'm asking.
Stay away from mine.
You stupid,
nigga.
dog. You stupid as shit, Cuddy. You stupid as shit. But I get your I get your point. I mean, when a little chick 21, if she bring home a 43-year-old dude and be feeling like, but he,
doing, man?
I know. Even at like 25, if your daughter 25 and she dating a 50-year-old, you like, what you doing, bro?
Fuck you doing, man?
I get it, but you can't. Is my point. You can't. She do what she want.
And what you think?
She gonna cut you off. You
gonna
cry when you get in the car when you don't talk to your daughter.
Listen, if she on her own, paying her own bills and all that, yeah, okay. You wanna holler at Papa? Cool.
And then that nigga coming over and that nigga the same age as you. Whoa, what up, Los?
Nigga playing dominoes with y'all.
And you can't come here.
Nigga just bust your head in that too.
At her fucking at her little graduation. I heard you got a podcast, man. Me and my boys do too.
That boy doing line dance. He know all the line dances.
That nigga put you on game. How you feel?
Hey man, I like them sneakers. Cutting, I got a plug. I put you down right now. I know a little nigga, dog. Ooh,
cool.
Wee.
I'm good.
So I heard you're a teacher, man. I heard you're a teacher. I'm a superintendent in the school district. I'm gonna make you the athletic director for the district.
I'm cool.
Plug in, okay.
You got that pride, huh? You take.
Yeah. Can't do it. It's my baby, man.
Hey, y'all niggas stupid. Y'all cannot not come. That man wrong. That man is way wronger than them little girls.
Oh yeah.
That man wild.
I agree.
That man wild for doing everything.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
And what makes it worse is that it's not just one.
It's a lot.
He notorious for it.
Yeah.
And that's
what he do,
what
man.
makes it worse. If it was one, then we could chalk it up to like, oh yeah, maybe that man didn't really know who that was or whatnot. Yeah. And them little girls misleading nowadays.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that. But
them little girls look like little girls, bro.
I haven't seen
the one that I saw definitely did, but I'm saying just in general.
Yeah.
See, that make it sick to me, dog.
Well, okay, can I just say this, Raj? I do agree with you.
Fight the sickness.
Ultimately, you are right. I just think that the point I'm trying to get across is that some people are saying things online about the responsibility of the little girls. And I think that there is something to be said for how you're raised and to just be like, nah, mama, this grown man is in my DMs. Or whatever it is. To raise your children in such a way that they understand that that's wrong. And I mean, whatever. He's more wrong. He is the wrong one in this situation. But we would all like to believe that our daughters or sons, whomever, would have the common sense to be like, this grown person don't have nothing for me that I need.
And you know what? It's easier to defend innocence than it is to defend that man for being sick.
Yeah.
Innocence
that's the
from a
shit you
kid.
said
Like
before.
I think we all can manipulate. We all have the power. Like us, nice looking men have the power to manipulate a little.
I don't know nothing about it.
That's not cool at all.
I don't know nothing about it.
Okay, that shit not cool at all.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is like that's a little girl, and I can't necessarily put that much responsibility on her for being innocent, for not knowing.
Fair enough.
But that man should know better.
So that's what you done said in your life right there, Roger.
What I would say is this. I would actually say this as well. That saying that he's sick is, I don't think that that's a thing. But this is a whole nother
cop-out?
I think that's a conversation for another day. I don't think it's a cop-out. I just think that that's his preference. I think that certain people have certain preferences. That's not called. It's not sick.
Though.
It's not sick. It's not sick. Y'all
disgusting.
Okay. And you know what? Let me stop you right now. people like to say pedophilia and then they describe it with all kind of other things. The example that people use that's always the wrong one is when they talk about homosexuality. And that's very wrong. Because it's not, nothing is illegal about homosexuality. You know, I mean, in some states, sodomy is illegal. Yeah, I get your point. But they try to equate the two things. Two completely different things, right? My thing is, I've said this as much on the podcast, that if a dude grows up like, man, I just really want to smash little girls, then he needs to talk to a psychiatrist and he needs to come up with a plan to be catching them when they turn 18, no matter if their daddy hate him or not. Or finding women that's 24 that look like they're 15. Because you need to do things that are legal, that are what you like. Their
features, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call that man sick. That man just like shit that's illegal, cutting, and you can't do that. No, like you can't do that.
But that's sick to me.
Like R. Kelly, this was the conversation we had with R. Kelly. This is exactly what it was.
Too. He disgusting. That's crazy.
But R. Kelly had them women that was like 19, 20, 21 in that house.
Well, if they legal, that's fine. But he done some 13, some 14, 15.
He did.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So my thing is this: if you like young girls, you can wait till they're 18.
Yes.
But them girls that's 14, 15, 16, that's sick to me, dog.
You shouldn't. I don't think you're sick for liking them. I think you're sick for when you go over the line and do stuff you ain't supposed to. I can't tell. Like, you don't know what that's like to... Like, what if you my boy, and what if that's what you had going on in your head all the time? Like, you felt like, ooh, kids was sexy. I wouldn't want to call you a sick man.
Sick.
No, I don't think it's... I think y'all using a word, and I think using the term sick... It's just I just don't believe that. I don't think that I think that everybody's kind of born with their own preference of what they like, and like certain dudes. Let me put it a different way. They got certain men who like old women, like elderly women.
Yeah,
they got porn about this.
That's fine.
That's sick.
Ain't nothing wrong with it for me. That's not sick to me. That's not sick to me. That's his preference. That's a preference to me.
You so stupid. I hate drugs.
It's a legal preference.
That's that man's preference.
It is legal. It is legal, but I find it as just as disgusting.
No, that's the man's preference, dog. I had no problem with that.
So if you walk in that man at your grandma's house, just chilling, talking with that meat on the sofa.
That's the man's preference. He like grandma. I'm ready for the rest of the tour.
What up, Los? What up, Carlos? How you doing?
What's happening, my guy?
Me and your grandma. Yeah, she leaving me all this. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
I got
you. You gotta go through my mama and my aunts and them first. They'll deal with you.
Oh no, cuz you mean my daughters?
My stepkids.
you mean my little stepdaughter.
But if my grandma like young meat, I can't help it. You know what I mean?
Like, we're not talking about your grandmother. We talking about your partner.
My partner can't hit my grandma though. He gotta die.
You stupid.
So he's sick too?
No, he's not sick. He just can't hit my grandma. He goes to somebody else's grandma's house. He's just a freaky nigga. He freaky.
Okay, people, look, I'm okay taking an unpopular stance on this. And really, out there, what I just want you to understand is I'm just taking a stance against the term sick. Because I don't necessarily think it's sick. I just think it's a preference that's not legal and you shouldn't do it. But I don't think that necessarily makes you sick. It just makes you like a person.
Preying on young innocent girls is sick, dog.
And then look, and let me throw this.
What if he never preyed on them? What if he just thought it?
That's okay. I wouldn't know if he thought it, but this little dude, whatever his name is out there crying, and he going actually pursuing them things. He's shooting.
Yeah. We could agree that he's wild.
Place action.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have action towards it, like if you have action towards that, then like that's when I think you sick. But if you think it, like if you just think it and you don't have you have self-control enough to not act upon it.
And that's fine, whatever.
Okay, then we in the same. Now,
if you think I agree with y'all. And you always at the middle schools, or you and you trying to look and be extra. That's kind of starting to move to the sick realm. But if you just
that's still action.
Yeah, it's action. Like, but if you just thinking about it, you thinking about it, and you fight that urge to go do dumb shit. Like, okay, you got a problem, but I don't think you're sick.
Well, that's the same thing to me. That's what I'm saying. When I say somebody sick, I'm saying
maybe
they got a problem.
Imagine how many people like in real shit. Imagine how many people running around in the world who actually did have to fight these feelings for years. And just been living a regular life and never acted on it and never did nothing. But like 60 years old right now, and like my whole life I've been like, ooh, I like little 15-year-olds. That's my thing. But they just ain't
see,
never
now,
did nothing
when
on it.
60, when you're 60, you can go get your 25, look just like 15 to you. So you good.
Well, that's what he should have did when he was 30, though. Same
Yeah, but no.
that's what this guy in question should be doing. Finding the youngest looking adult.
But then, too, when I saw him, never mind. I ain't going to say that right now.
Yeah.
He
look like something wrong with him. He on the spectrum.
Yeah. That's what I was just trying to stop.
So that might be kind of what's wrong with me. Maybe in my head, I don't think it's okay to call people who I think got mental problems sick. Because I don't think that, like, I don't know. It's just sick in the way y'all are saying it doesn't seem like sick ill. It sounds like sick as in, like, disgusting. Ill.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
No, I meant sick. I meant sick mental problem.
Okay. So maybe so.
Ill mental problem. Okay.
I know that's not what Los meant. Los was like sick.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Exactly
that's
what
what Los meant.
I'm glad you know me.
Hey man, before we get out of here, man, because we way down the line, what y'all think about them Lakers, man?
Hey man, congratulations, LeBron James. They hated on you. You got it done.
Never lost.
Everybody never lost. Everybody, well, he did lose, but everybody mad, man. Do your thing, bro. Enjoy it. Go home and beat the shot of Bronny. Enjoy your life, man. You did it. You're great, dog. Like, stop. I just want him to stop doing responding with, like, if you're not gonna call people name who you talking to, stop sending them little little tweets and little messages telling people what you gonna say now. You won. Let them talk. Let them talk, man. Go back, be with your family and chill. Let them talk, bro. Stop always responding to that. You ain't gotta do that no more.
I think LeBron James. I congratulations, LeBron James. What burns my boot is people that's all like, oh, y'all been haters, and that man did it. Get off that man nuts. Like, I think that man deserved to have people at his dome because this is his fourth team. So he liked the team build. I think he's gonna make a great GM once he finish. And that's awesome because that's what he's been doing in his entire career.
What's the problem with having the fourth team? I don't understand.
I don't know. I just think it would have been cool. I mean, you know the argument. It just would have been cooler for him to just be in. I wish, and this is where I came to my conclusion about how I feel about LeBron James winning a championship with the Lakers. I wish that he would have stayed in Miami. That's what I wish he would have done. I would have been the biggest LeBron fan in the world if he would have just stayed in Miami or went to Los Angeles, like, at first, and then just stayed there. But the fact that he was just, like, going to all of these opportune situations, I'm just like,
well, the Lakers were the opportune situation that he went to.
The Lakers were an opportune situation. It's a destination. That's how I feel about
place?
The Lakers. It was a destination. LeBron, they had a plan for Anthony Davis. I don't think that was just.
Oh no! Him and Rich Paul had that done. Yeah, I respect them for those type of things. I respect them for putting the power in the players' hands and not letting the league and GMs and owners run where they want to go and how they move. Because I don't think any modern day player in the last anybody after Kobe will stay in one spot and win multiple championships. After the Spurs, all those runs.
Steph Curry.
Oh well, yeah, okay, them two. That was, but they had to bring KD.
And I'm not completely convinced that Steph Curry will stay in the same place forever. I'm really not.
But they won one with KD.
Yeah.
But they had to bring in a big, like, without KD, they compete. But I don't know if they win like they did.
So
for the record, I'm not high on KD either. Like,
what?
It's the same.
I don't like him as a man.
Best power forward best small forward in NBA history. I don't know. LeBron's probably better than him. But go ahead.
I don't like KD. I couldn't kick it, but KD needs some friends. Like, I don't like how KD moves.
Okay, so
basketball player.
I don't either.
He's better at the things that make you a great basketball player than LeBron is. In quote unquote in niggas' eyes. Yeah. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but if it's the fourth quarter and it's a tie game, I'd rather have KD on my team than LeBron James. I just think KD going to win the game. Like, he going to, especially if it's less than 2 minutes left in the game, whatever. I just think KD scores so much better.
Let me tell you this, though.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It depends on who on KD team, too. Because you got to realize,
all
KD
things
was on
equal.
the team.
I'm saying all
KD
things
was
equal.
on I don't think he would give me LeBron.
Okay, sure.
Bro, LeBron wasn't great last year, like you saying that, but LeBron was not. So I just want to throw this out here, and I've made this argument. I know Al, you didn't heard me say this before, but I think that LeBron James would have a completely different career had he been in the Western Conference his entire career. That's all I'm saying. KD was. Now KD didn't got to the East. I think KD gonna be in the finals this year. That's the next year. I think the Nets are probably gonna be.
Somebody said, I don't remember who this was, but this was another NBA player who was in the Eastern Conference with LeBron all them years. I don't remember exactly who it was, but it's somebody who's like maybe DeMar DeRozan. It might have been DeRozan. He was like the same thing y'all said LeBron couldn't do in the West. He came to the West and did that. Like he made it into bully ball, 1-on-1, low possession, whatever. Yeah. Slow it down, and he went to the finals and won the championship in 2 years. The stuff y'all said he only doing it because he in the East, he came and did it in the West. So, I mean, I know he got Anthony Davis with him, but he is pretty much doing what...
I completely disagree. You put the right team around LeBron James and what he does best in the right coaching situation, he going to be successful anywhere, bro.
The thing is just... I get what both of y'all are saying. I just don't want either one of y'all to diminish what KD is. KD is a 7-footer who shoots 40% from three, who's a cold-blooded individual.
I totally agree. I don't think KD can lead a team yet, though.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
I can't think that if KD was in the East, that whatever team he was on, if KD was in the East for the last 14 years, whatever team he was on would have given LeBron James's Cavaliers or Heat trouble.
I would love, and I can't wait. Like, this would be everyone's dream. Nets, Lakers, championship next season. Yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm here for it for the next 4 years. Like, Karis LeVert and Jared Allen and all of them, your supporting cast, Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyrie, and then LeBron and AD and build up your squad. Whoever else y'all want to have it. I'm here to watch that until the Pelicans are ready to take over.
That's all I'm waiting on. Zion get on that keto diet and get ready to go.
We'll see what it is, man. But yeah, once again, congratulations, man, to the Kang, one time for the one time, man. All that other good shit, man. Look, we appreciate y'all coming in there, kicking it with us, man. Look, as of right now, this Friday when this just dropped today. Best Friend Weekend hoodies.
Ooh.
Is in them streets.
Is up.
We got the mauve, bro. We got the black. We got the green. We got the red. It's up.
Is up. Is up.
Put in your order. And if they don't have it on the site, put in your pre-order. I'll go put in some special orders for y'all. Raj just showed me how to turn these aglets into something. We got aglets popping on them. It's up. Just understand that. So all of that. Until next weekend, man. Until next time. Y'all have a great weekend.
Ease up. Bow. Ease up. Bow.
Make it the Best Friend Weekend.
Ease up. Bow. Bow. Ease up. Bow. Bow. Ease up.
And we are out. A word from Dre Hype before we get out of here.
Oh.
All right, bitch, here we go. So, we talking about Scottie Pippen and being the number 2 and yada, yada, yada. Brought up Reggie Miller. I don't know if Reggie Miller was on this list, but I know specifically Scottie Pippen was one of the top 50 players in NBA history. In like 96, 97, 98. I don't know when they did that list, but I remember it was an All-Star game. And I was like, yo, yeah, Jordan's on the list, obviously, and Scottie Pippen was on the list. Scottie Pippen was out there. It was recognizing Scottie Pippen because that nigga was a monster. Like, it wasn't because of anything else. You can name any number 2 that you want to name. Ain't no number 2 got 6 motherfucking rings. But at the same time, wasn't no number 2 teamed up with Michael Jordan. They had a synergy. They had an energy. They had they matched each other. And that's what everybody else has been trying to kind of duplicate. And the closest thing we've seen since that was Shaq and Kobe, but they both had egos. Scottie Pippen didn't have that kind of ego. Like, Scottie Pippen was like, yo, you the guy, And this is working, so I'm going to roll with it. Just like right now, AD is like, yo, LeBron, you the guy, and I'm going to roll with it. But, I mean, keep it real. This nigga has no, like, deficiencies in his offensive game, and he's the best defensive player on the team. But I think LeBron is humble enough to kind of usher this nigga in. Here we go. I'm going to give it to you like this. LeBron James is Neo without his Morpheus. When he went to Miami, D-Wade was his Morpheus. It was like, yo, you got this potential, but you need somebody to give you that gas. He needed that gas, and he got that gas, and guess what? Then they ended the war. He won his little ring and this, that, and the other. Now he out here in L.A., but he needs a little bit more of that gas, but I think he's trying to be the Morpheus to Anthony Davis's Neo. Because, I mean, let's keep it real. The nigga plays excellent defense, and he ain't got no holes in his offensive game. I mean, to a degree. Like, he needs to be in his pocket. But I think he's trying to give AD what he got in Miami. Anyway. Yeah, my phone died, so, you know, that's that shit kind of happen. Time. Quit disrespecting Scottie Pippen. And I'm drunk. And this better not end up on the podcast, nigga.
Oh, I did send y'all an additional one. That one that said voicemail 287. That's Dre.
Dre.
Yeah, Dre was talking some shit after the championship. Just called me on my voicemail. It's weird because he started with a Scottie Pippen talk. Yeah, we talked for about a half hour about Scottie Pippen, and I was basically like, Reggie Miller could have been Scottie Pippen. But this conversation is a sports talk, and and we'll bring it up at the end of the podcast.
No way he could have been Scottie Pippen. Go ahead.
Well,
because Vince Carter could have been Kobe Bryant, but
whatever. Bigger, stronger, faster. Cutting Paul George definitely is better than Scottie Pippen. Is the point I was trying to make them.
No.
He shoot threes better than that man. He D niggas up. He probably the same height, maybe taller.
I think in this day and age, maybe, but not back then. Paul George,
if you take him from this day and age and stick him back in that role, I think.
Anyway, but then Jordan beat him up though because he's gonna shoot too much.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, I'm not saying Scottie not as mentally tough as Paul George. He's better, but
skill wise,
Paul George is
I feel like the majority of these dudes nowadays is skill wise better than cats back then.
That's the whole point that me and Dre was kind of went down that rabbit hole, and I just was like, anyway. This is a lot of a conversation to have later.
All right.